And that's where we go. Facebook guys, namaste. God bless. Happy friggin' Tuesday. God bless. How are all of you? Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. It's actually one of my favorite days of the week because I like to save this day to give you the best information along with to help you along with that transformation. And I found this from, who the hell did I find this from? A new one now, Neuroscience with Nora. She explained, she articulated what's going on with us. And if we change it, we will avoid so many issues in life. But the problem is, when we're all born as little lads, they don't stick something like this in your pamper and then send you home, man. And I wish they did, mind you. It's called the pamphlet of life. It's understanding how the inside works to create your outside world. And a big topic on that, and I saw it evolve today as I get my pen. I saw it evolve today. I saw an employee today. We had a major inspection at work. It happens every quarter. And these will drive you knuckin' fuss. And it's corporate comes in there and they go through and dig through everything. I was watching one employee using this in the worst way to perpetuate having the worst day. If you can flip the switch on your emotional state of being, remember that what you focus on creates an emotion in your life, and emotion is energy in motion. Covered a myriad of topics here on America's Mentor, but in order to, there was an interview today. I'm not digressing. This is kind of the same topic. There was an interview today. Welcome, sir. You're 80 years old. He goes, no, I'm 89. The guy looked 40. Literally, he looked younger than me. And she asked him, she goes, what is your secret to becoming 90? He goes, connecting your mind and your body together. In other words, having control of what's going on between your left and right ear is going to literally control the whole emphasis of your physical being. And to me, that has been in my life the forefront of my transformation, is understanding how the mind works and how it transmits to the body to coordinate how it feels, how it looks, how it acts, and how it goes along with the friggin' National Week of this week. It's depressing. I'm sorry. It's very... But first, I have a quote box tonight. There can be no outer change until there is first interchange. As within, so without. Really grasp what that's talking about. Everything starts from within. It all starts from my inner state of being. And what's running the show is your emotional feeling about your inner state of being. And that projection, getting back to the story about one of my employees, how it can perpetuate in the wrong way. Transformation is gaining control of your emotions and putting them in the right direction. But it's national, like I said, a very depressing week. I don't know. See, the whole point of understanding and connecting your mind and body, understanding how it ticks, will keep you out of a lot of these scenarios. And they're proving that now with science. But it's National Sick Week. I'm going to call it that. It's not actually National Sick Week. But look at all this stuff. Chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, neurological disorders. But it's also International Nurses Week. So when you get yourself sick, you're going to have these wonderful people who deserve to be doctors, mind you, who are going to take care of you. The point of all this is to keep you out of hospitals, man. Believe me when I tell you, you get in touch with your emotional state. Learn to control it, because if you don't, it will control you. And then from there, it's going to start affecting your physicality in so many detrimental ways. I learned firsthand. That's why I wish they gave me the pamphlet in my pamper when I left the hospital. This is what's going to happen if you focus on this. This is what's going to happen if you focus on that. But the revelation that is coming across now, where neuroscience is showing, and I'm going to articulate in Nora's Reel, how this affects the human body in so many ways. So for you guys, with bitter ado, it's also, and I forgot one of those, National Hospital Day. That's depressing, man. A mind that is full of abundance, gratitude, joy, and all these great things that is going on between your left and right ear and that you're focusing on every day can only create a better life. A mind filled with anxiety, confusion, interest, joy, relief, anything that's detrimental. I said joy. What the hell am I saying joy for? Anything that's detrimental to your thought process is going to destroy you and put you in hospitals to be taken care of by nurses. Believe me when I tell you, it's all proven facts now. But I'm going to get what I'm supposed to be getting at here. Neuroscience with Nora. I mean, when I read stuff like this and understanding how powerful this stuff is, and understanding that if you can control this power, which we all have, mind you, there's no discrimination. We are born with all the same stuff. How we use it or how we abuse it is completely and utterly up to us. And Nora said there is a neuroscience back rule that will completely change how you handle every difficult emotion you will ever face. Now, mind you, difficult emotion. Now, if you flip that and do it on a positive sense, you're going to get the other side of the coin. So I'm going to read you from a difficult end of it and what she's articulating. You take it from a positive aspect, and I'll explain the emotions when I finish the reel. There is a neuroscience back rule, as I'll read again, that will completely change how you handle every difficult emotion you'll ever face. It's called the 90-second rule, discovered by Harvard neuroscientist Dr. Jill Taylor. I love this because you'll understand why, and I'll get back to the employee as I get through the reel. You'll understand how when you focus on one thing and it spirals and it grows and it grows and it grows, you're just going by the 90-second rule. And it's a beautiful rendition on how our mental state affects our physical plane. And I love it. Here's what it is. Here's what it says. The physiological, that is a lot of syllables there, the physiological lifespan of any emotion in your body is 90 seconds. I knew this, but I love how she puts it. When an emotion is triggered, listen to that again. When emotion is triggered, a chemical cascade is released in your brain and floods your body within 90 seconds. I mean, we all can definitely relate to that. Something that affects us emotionally, makes our hair stand on end literally in a nanosecond. The body is amazing. The mind is absolutely amazing. You start getting infatuated with stuff like this and passionate about how your inside works, you're going to watch how life is going to start changing for you. But she goes on to say, a chemical cascade is released in your brain and floods your body within 90 seconds, as I said. It completely cycles through your system and then dissipates after 90 seconds. So if you have, like for instance today, I had an employee became frustrated. It started as a little peep, a little irk of frustration. Then it went to disgust. Then it went to anger. Then it went to rage. This is how it perpetuates. So basically what I'll explain here is exactly what happened to her today. If you are still feeling the emotion after 90 seconds, it is not because the original chemical response is still happening. It's because your thoughts are re-triggering it. This is the infinite circle. When you have a powerful thought that something happens or something that has triggered a past experience, you start with one frame. Just figure one frame of a picture in your mind. All of a sudden, the film starts getting longer. It starts getting longer and longer, and you're getting more angrier and angrier. That's exactly what she's talking about. You can have the original feeling of frustration, but it's your decision to either re-trigger it or to move to a different emotion. When you lag and drag yourself in frustration, anger, sadness, envy, hate, and you're doing these 90-second loops constantly, your body is just recreating all those chemicals that get circulated through you. And you wonder why a simple little trip or you stub your toe that lasts for 3 hours because you keep focusing on it and you start getting angry about that. Really grasp it for yourself. It's actually quite amazing. But the point of all this is we are in control of it. We make the conscious choice to dwell in it or to let it go. Yeah, I stubbed my friggin' toe. Okay, big deal, meatball. Let's get back. Oh, wait, there's some blood. Let's clean that up. But let's not get angry about it. This is what you got to tell yourself. And this is what I've practiced for years and has really helped me in every area of my life. Yes, there's going to be triggers indeed. Yes, there's going to be meatballs in your life that are going to start the process of bringing you back to who you once were. But it's your choice either to ride out the 90-second rule, which is proven. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not popular now. This should be friggin' everywhere because it'll inform people of the power they have. If you understand the 90-second rule about emotion, you'll think twice about prolonging what has irked you. Because prolonging it, this is what causes all the diseases, this is what causes all the mental anguish, this is what causes you to visit hospitals and doctors and all these things in your life, creating psychosomatic illnesses that eventually are going to perpetuate into physical reality illnesses. You gain control of your emotions, and I'll go over a bunch of them. You gain control of them, and I'll finish my reel. You'll start mastering life. It'll get a lot more fun, man, because you'll stop letting the triggers bring you back to where you once were when you're trying to transform. Transformation is just making a new choice repetitiously. Making the new choice on the new you, following that every day. Watch what life friggin' brings you. And I'm going to start reading again from her thing here. It's because, I'll say this is important, it's because your thoughts are re-triggering it. You are replaying the story, feeding the loop, and repeatedly pressing the button that releases the chemicals again and again. As I'm losing my voice here. Grasp what Nora said. You have an event that really gets on your nerves. You have a choice to either move yourself away from the thought of getting angry about it, or understanding that if you keep doing it, it's going to ruin your whole night. That's basically all this is, because the body is just listening to what you're telling it. When you understand what you're saying, you realize what you're attracting. And 27, listen to this. There's 27 emotions put all together. There's 8 basic ones, and this is from Berkeley. 6. Anger, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness, and surprise are the basic emotions. That's basically the template. But the broad range of emotions, and this is what you guys can ask yourself: what kind of emotion am I living in today? When getting back to that woman I spoke about today, she went from starting with the simplest emotion, instead of making the conscious choice to flip the switch, say, yeah, we're getting an inspection today, one step at a time. And this is what I was doing. I was telling everybody, one step at a time. Take care of one area at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Meatball didn't listen to me. She started getting overwhelmed, verbalizing her frustrations. That frustrations perpetuated into anger and literally started throwing things because she got so overwhelmed. Why? Because she kept re-triggering what is going on. And basically, life said, okay, we're going to start having more stuff. Things started falling over. This is when, I love this. Here's a great example. I know if I'm anxious or I'm frustrated because of simple things about life, stubbing your toe or spilling your coffee. This is a wake-up call. Say, wait, what am I thinking right now to do all these little things? And it's something for you guys to really ponder for yourself. But to get back to my 27 emotions, I'm not going to read them all. But if you can live in the positive states of mind on a constant basis, no matter what's going on, yes, you're going to have issues. But the whole point of transformation is making different and better choices for yourself. Gratitude, awe, calmness, craving, excitement, interest, satisfaction, romance, relief, joy. I mean, you can say love should be in there, but love is not an emotion, and it's still up for debate. It's more of an anchored trait of a person. You literally train yourself to love life more. I mean, really. Whereas emotions are instantaneous. I'll give you the definition: a complex, intense, and often spontaneous mental reaction to an internal or external events. In other words, it's a spontaneous triggering system that you've allowed in. Okay, fine. Let the 90-second rule run. Let the chemicals dissipate. But you have a choice after that time to either do it again and again and again, or absolutely letting it go and choosing a different state of emotion, because what it is, energy and motion. And if we're magnets and we're sending off rage and disgust and fear and anger, and you're sending that magnet off, what do you think life is going to give you? Just from a powerful thought process that you won't let go, or you won't enhance it. When you enhance it with better thoughts about yourself, better thoughts about today, better thoughts about your future, better thoughts about your dreams, and literally living in that, that's just re-triggering the same system that was detrimental in the very beginning. This is what I'm getting at. You flip the switch on emotion to better your life, to make better choices, be a better magnet for better creations, you're going to stay out of hospitals there, meatball, because you're not going to kill your immune system with all these bad emotions that is basically energy in motion. It's like a magnet being held up outside of you that you can't see, bringing back to you exactly what you're emitting. That kind of revelation should really excite you guys, because now you're saying to yourself, I'm not a victim anymore. I am a victor. All I got to do is, when I deal with situations like frustration, anger, hate, resentment, all these things, we are all entitled to that. That's all part of life, meatball. But we have a choice to either perpetuate it more, because it's going to happen if you don't get out of that state of mind. It's going to turn into a short vignette to a full-length friggin' movie that is going to last for hours. But the problem is, that's fine. You had a bad day. The problem is people drag it on and on and on. And guess what? That magnet, you are magnetizing all the negativity that can come back to you and infiltrate every part of your state of mind. And there goes, here we go. Here comes the anchor. Now it gets anchored. So you hate your ex for one day, but wait, let's focus on it all day long and make better films and longer vignettes. And we're going to create a full-length 5-star movie out of one friggin' thought. Really grasp it for yourself. This powerful trait that we have the power to make the conscious choice every day to live in abundance, gratitude, joy, excitement, or anger, hate, resentment, fear. I mean, all these powerful emotions. One's going to destroy you, and one's going to excel you. Conscious choice is yours, my friend. So hopefully this helped as I'm getting my voice back a little bit there, meatball. So really grasp this, and I'll leave you with this from Elizabeth Gilbert. Your emotions are the slaves of your thoughts, and you are the slave to your emotions. How you direct them is how they're going to affect you. How you direct it is how it's going to affect you. Remember those words. When you have an issue, yes, we all do, make the conscious choice. I'm not going to live in that state, man, because know that it's already started in your system, in your physicality, and all the chemicals already released. But know they're going to go away. You can enhance that with better emotions. And if you pick several of them, start mastering them every day, journaling them, thinking about them, you're going to be less stressed. You're going to be out of your doctor's office less. They're going to be calling you saying, where you been? Believe me when I tell you, they do it to me now. But yet, you got to keep practicing this, though, because life is constantly throwing shit at the fan, man. It's whether you have the choice, either keep throwing it or let it go. So guys, happy Tuesday. I hope this helped. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. TikTok. You guys friggin' rock, man. You guys have really, you really jacked up America's Mentor. I am so grateful for that. And Jerry Maldonado on YouTube. # America's Mentor. Happy Tuesday, guys. Transformation is everything. It's never too late to start. Don't ever think, because the body reacts instantaneously to what's going on the inside. And if you keep doing it, it's going to start becoming a natural state of being. Enjoy your Tuesday. Talk to you soon, man.